So, finally, after months of sorting out a meeting, we're finally here. Thank you so much for coming and having a chat with PAVO today. Where to start? So, PAVO Village Hall. Perhaps you could tell me a bit about who's involved.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, well, we're very lucky, I have to say. Because even though we've only got 4 actual trustees, there's loads of other people that are on the management committee who help us make all the decisions that we need to make to keep the place running.
Great. So your governing document then. When did you last look? When was it last revised?
That's a good question. I think I've seen it. I'm sure they gave me a copy when I joined, but I don't think it's been revised at all. Actually, there's no reason to, is there? Really, it's only really there for when you set up. And this here Village Hall, it's been here since about 1863, I think. So it's not a problem.
Yeah. Okay. What is your role exactly in PAVO Village Hall then?
I'm the chair, as it happens, which is quite good. It's a bit of kudos, I guess it gives me a bit of weight, in terms of decision making and the like. So and it's obviously it takes time, and I don't mind that. Obviously, the pay's good, and the wife who runs a little company, actually, makes nice little. Anyway, she sort of takes over the hall for quite a bit of the time, mates rates and all that. So it's really works out very well.
Okay. You've got the public obviously using the hall, hopefully with reasonable regularity. Who looks after the kind of health and safety aspects, the fire risk assessments, things like that?
People do use it, obviously, when the wife's not using it. Jim, the caretaker, he's brilliant. He does all that health and safety stuff. I mean, it's a bit. It's a bit bureaucratic for me, I have to say. It goes over my head a wee bit. But Jim, no, fair play. Jim is very good. I mean, there was the one time he did leave the ladder going up to the flat roof when the volunteers who were helping paint the hall was in. I mean, how is he to know they'd want to shin up the ladder and have a fag on the roof or anything like that, and sitting on the skylight and falling through that? But nobody was hurt. It's okay. Generally speaking, it's all good.
Okay, so the money aspect. So finances. How often do the board look at the books, see how things are going in that respect?
Well, as it happens, my brother-in-law Barry, he's I hesitate to say he's an accountant. I mean, he didn't pass the exam, but he's done all that sort of accountancy work, and he's the guy who keeps the accounts, and signs the checks and all that type of stuff. So he's a good bloke, actually, and I'm sure he'd tell us if there were any problems. So Barry's sorted. He's fine.
Okay,
and,
so
all those figures. You have to bear in mind that some of the guys on the committee, that they've got no head for that anyway, and it's a bit boring, isn't it? We're more interested in running the hall.
Okay, but you do have some money put aside, for a rainy day reserves.
Well, I guess I'd have to ask Barry that, really, but it's not a problem. It's not a problem for us, certainly, because we just close anyway, wouldn't we? If it was if there was no money there. But as it happens, we're rolling in it, actually, because ever since we took over the takeaway in the village, it was going to close, so we stepped in, and it's right, the learner.
Good. Okay. Barry, your brother-in-law. So, does he deal with your annual returns, your accounts submissions? The stuff you need to put into the Charity Commission.
Charity Commission. Yeah. Now you come to mention it, I remember now. Before Barry took over as the treasurer, I can't remember the guy's name. He was I think he left soon after I joined the committee. I can't remember his name, but he was the treasurer, and he used to do all that. But when he left, he took the password with him, and Barry can't get in. So we're not really bothered actually. And I'm sure they'd tell us if it was important, wouldn't they? They'd come back and sort of ask us for them. So yeah, I mean, nothing against the Charity Commission. I'm sure it's all important work, but it's common sense, isn't it?
Quite. There's not a lot for me to say. I mean, as far as I can see, PAVO Village Hall is safe and sound for the foreseeable future.
Magic.